The Book of Jubilees, chapter 32. And he abode that night at Bethel, and Levi dreamed that they had ordained and made him the priest of the Most High Power, him and his sons, forever. And he awoke from his sleep and blessed the Most High. And Jacob rose early in the morning on the 14th of this month, and he gave a tithe of all that came with him, both of men and cattle, both of gold and every vessel and garment. Yea, he gave tithes of all. And in those days Rachel became pregnant with her son Benjamin, and Jacob counted his sons from his upward, and Levi fell to the portion of the Most High. And his father clothed him in the garments of the priesthood and filled his hands. And on the 15th of this month he brought to the altar 14 oxen from amongst the cattle, and 28 rams, and 49 sheep, and 7 lambs, and 21 kids of the goats as a burnt offering on the altar of sacrifice, well pleasing for a sweet savor before the Most High. This was his offering, in consequence of the vow which he had vowed, that he would give a tenth with their fruit offerings and their drink offerings. And when the fire had consumed it, he burnt incense on the fire over the fire. And for a thank offering 2 oxen, and 4 rams, and 4 sheep, 4 he goats, and 2 sheep of 1 year, and 2 kids of the goats. And thus he did daily for 7 days. And he and all his sons and his men were eating this with joy there during the 7 days, and blessing and thanking the Most High, who had delivered him out of all his tribulation, and had given him his vow. And he tied all the clean animals, and made a burnt sacrifice, but the unclean animals he gave not to Levi his son, and he gave him all the souls of the men. And Levi discharged the priestly office at Bethel before Jacob his father, in preference to his 10 brothers, and he was a priest there, and Jacob gave his vow. Thus he gave again the tithe of the Most High, and sanctified it, and it became holy unto him. And for this reason it is ordained on the heavenly tables as a law for the tithing again the tithe to eat before the Most High from year to year, in the place where it is chosen that his name should dwell. And to this law there is no limit of days forever. This ordinance is written that it may be fulfilled from year to year, in eating the second tithe before the Most High, in the place where it has been chosen, and nothing shall remain over from it this year to the year following. For in its year shall the seed be eaten till the days of the gathering of the seed of the year, and the wine till the days of the wine, and the oil till the days of its season. And all that is left thereof and becomes old, let it be regarded as polluted. Let it be burnt with fire, for it is unclean. And thus let them eat it together in the sanctuary, and let them not suffer it to become old. And all the tithes of the ox and the sheep shall be holy unto the Most High, and shall belong to his priests, where they will eat before him from year to year. For thus it is ordained in engraving regarding the tithe on the heavenly tables. And on the following night, on the 22nd day of this month, Jacob resolved to build that place, and to surround the court with a wall, and to sanctify it and make it holy forever, for himself and his children after him. And the Most High appeared to him by night, and blessed him, and said unto him, Thy name shall not be called Jacob, but Israel shall they name thy name. And he said unto him again, I am the Most High, who created the heaven and the earth, and I shall increase thee and multiply thee exceedingly. And kings will come forth from thee, and they will judge everywhere, wherever the foot of the sons of men had trodden. And I shall give to thy seed all the earth which is under heaven, and they will judge all the nations according to their desires. And after that they will get possession of the whole earth, and inherit it forever. And he finished speaking with him, and he went up from him, and Jacob looked till he was ascended into heaven. And he saw in a vision of the night and behold, an angel descended from heaven with 7 tablets in his hand, and he gave them to Jacob, and he read them, and knew all that was written thereon, which would befall him and his sons throughout all the ages. And he showed him all that was written on the tablets, and said unto him, Do not build this place, and do not make it an eternal sanctuary, and do not dwell here, for this is not the place. Go to the house of Abraham thy father, and dwell with Isaac thy father, until the day of the death of thy father. For in Egypt thou wilt die in peace, and in this land thou wilt be buried with honor in the sepulchre of thy fathers, with Abraham and Isaac. Fear not, for as thou hast seen it and read it, thus will it all be. And do thou write down everything as thou hast seen and read. And Jacob said, Lord, how can I remember all that I have read and seen? And he said unto him, I will bring all things to thy remembrance. And he went up from him, and he awoke from his sleep, and he remembered everything which he had read and seen. And he wrote down all the words which he had read and seen. And he celebrated there yet another day, and he sanctified thereon according to all that he sanctified on his former days, and called its name Addition, for this day was added. In the former days he called the feast. And thus is it manifested that it should be, and it is written on the heavenly tables, wherefore it was revealed to him that he should celebrate it, and add it to the 7 days of the feast. And its name was called Addition, because that it was recorded amongst the days of the feast days, according to the number of the days of the year. And in the night, on the 23rd of this month, Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and they buried her beneath the city under the oak of the river. And he called the name of this place the river of Deborah, and the oak of the mourning of Deborah. And Rebekah went and returned to her house, to his father Isaac. And Jacob sent by her hand rams and sheep and he-goats, that she should prepare a meal for his father, such as he desired. And he went after his mother till he came to the land of Cabritan, and he dwelt there. And Rachel bare a son in the night, and called his name Son of my sorrow, for she suffered in giving him birth. But his father called his name Benjamin, on the 11th of the 8th month, in the 1st of the 6th week of this Jubilee. And Rachel died there, and she was buried in the land of Ephrath, the same is Bethlehem. And Jacob built a pillar on the grave of Rachel, on the road above her grave. Chapter 32 is powerful because 3 main things happen in this chapter. For one, Levi had that beautiful dream. You know what I'm saying? That basically he was going to be the Most High's portion and be a priest of the Most High. And Jacob also had a dream that the Most High was just confirming that his seed and his generation from there on out was going to be blessed and multiply exceedingly. You know what I'm saying? And finally, Benjamin was born towards the end of that chapter. And also our foremother Rachel died in this chapter. So a beautiful chapter of Jubilees 32. In Israel, keep your head up, keep your faith strong. By the time y'all hear this, it'll probably already been, whatever's happening in the news as far as political, whatever. All I gotta say is don't choose sides. The side you're supposed to keep is the Most High, and the Most High only. Your president, your king, your savior is the Son of Man. You know what I'm saying? The one that the Most High appointed king over all of us, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Remember that, y'all. Never vote in Babylon. Vote for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Vote spiritually for the Most High, because the Most High is going to send the Son of Man to finally come and save the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Keep your head up, Israel, and your faith strong. All praise.